Mr. Alsop, you rented a room in the defendant's house.
Yes, ma'am.
You were finishing a semester in school, and the house turned out to be
Not what I expected.
exactly not what you expected, but not in a way that might be considered tolerable, but actually intolerable. And that culminated in a murder that took place in the house, which was committed by one tenant against another tenant that Mr. Walhouse, after you rented a room, according to you,
Yes, ma'am.
separated, put a bookshelf in the kitchen, which was a communal kitchen, separating the kitchen so that these two men could live in the house as roommates. It was one of those men who killed his cubby mate that caused you ultimately to move.
Yes, ma'am.
And what you want back is your security deposit and your prorated rent for the month that you had already paid.
Yes, ma'am.
And what was your security deposit?
$420.
And on what date did you move out?
I moved out on June 2nd.
Had you paid for the month of June?
Yes,
How much?
$420. And I have the check stub
Not-
and everything.
You acknowledge that she paid the month of June.
Yes, Your Honor.
Now, there's no question that you are entitled to your deposit back. You understand that? You understand that? You can't run a crazy house. You may be able to rent rooms, but you can't run a crazy house. You cannot cut a room in half, a kitchen, which is a communal room, move in a cot and let people sleep there. You can't do that.
Respectfully, Your Honor, it was not a kitchen. It was a portion of the living room, and it was not a bookshelf. It was a wall. We built a wall.
I don't care what you built. I don't care if you built another Berlin Wall. If what you're trying to do is stuff as many people in your house as possible to make your mortgage, and that was not what this tenant bargained for, she had a right to move out. Especially when she says you also had someone living on the property in a trailer.
Yes?
And when you had the most people in the house, how many people lived there?
6.
How many bedrooms are there?
There are 7.
7 bedrooms.
Yes. It's a very large house.
Do
It's
you
a 3-story house.
do you occupy one?
No.
You don't live there at all?
No.
Even better. Now, she's entitled to her $420 deposit back, and she doesn't have to live in a house where people are murdered. But I don't understand your lawsuit for $5,000. Do you understand?
Yes.
Especially since you have no witnesses here.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you understand?
I do understand.
Okay.
I've been diagnosed with PTSD since the incident.
What you have to do, if that's what you want, is you have to have an expert witness.
Yes, ma'am.
Which you don't have.
I have a diagnosis, and my